Thank you for staying with us. So let's head over, get straight to it now. We have relationship coming right up. We are discussing navigating through common marriage challenges with life, relationship, and accountability. Coach Abisola Buari. It's great to have you. You are welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I love your hairstyle, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're talking navigating through common marriage challenges, right? First of all, what are the most common marriage challenges based on your research and what you have, your experience?
Okay, like the most common one is infidelity. And we have financial mistrust coming second. In today's society, another challenge that people don't really take cognitive about is mental health issue. When a spouse is going through depression or mental health shuts down and the other partner refuse to understand.
That one is coming right up the ranks because
Yes,
it's becoming much more
yes,
of an issue
like
these days.
some people believe in this part of the world, we do not believe that there is something like mental health challenges.
We started
when,
little by little.
everybody, when you say like I'm not too okay, I'm down, they feel like it's because there is no money. It's because of the situation of the society. Whereas if you are not open enough, your partner might be going through a lot, and the way you communicate with him or her can add more to that problem. So it's really a great challenge, and that's why we have people having suicidal thoughts. Because now that you are my spouse, I can't confide in you. Whenever I'm trying to talk to you about what I'm going through, you feel like it doesn't make sense. Some people attribute it to maybe spiritual challenges, village people, and all of that. So instead of you to work together with me, talk to me, see a therapist, or listen to me, not that you shut me down, then you see that I keep to my shell, and the unexpected happen. Like when you bottle up a lot of emotions, by the time it explodes, it becomes a big deal. And there's a popular saying that says, if you don't heal on what hurts you, you will bleed on what do not cut you. So literally saying, like, when you don't heal on what hurts you, like there's something you are dealing with and you find it hard to heal on that, then you are going to bleed on who did not cut you, your children, your career, your friends. Like, it's going to affect every area of your life. So to navigate these challenges, I feel like couple needs to be more intentional, be open with their communication, try to trust your partner, then evaluation. Like I always say, I'm big on evaluation. We grow out of values at times. Like maybe when we're getting married, we have the same values, and peradventure along the journey, my value changes. The only constant thing in life is change.
Yes,
right?
because value will not always remain the same. It will either step up or it will decrease. It can't remain
so
the same.
you have to like evaluate, be open to communication. So Bisola, you like going out before. Now I realize that you are keeping to yourself. You don't want to go out. Are you becoming an introvert? So if I'm going through stuff, you'll be able to find out as my partner. And as my partner, you should be the first person to identify if I am going through stuff.
Now, you see, this happens when you know the person to an extent. What in the case of couples who have not spent the time to get to know each other? And we have cases like that, quite a number.
Definitely.
Couples who have not even spent enough time to know each other. So a lot of things are being revealed, as it were, in the marriage. This is after maybe the courtship time was not as much as it should be, or maybe during the courtship, people were not really being themselves, because we've seen that happen. Where people are not themselves during courtship, and then you get into a marriage and you're like, oh boy, is this what I got married to? In such situations, with challenges that have to come in that way, where you do not fully get to know the person, how does one deal with situations like that?
Okay, thank you for that question. Like I said, you can get to know this when you evaluate, when your communication is open. And the best way to resolve this is seeking marriage therapy. Let's this is like this century, let's normalize going for therapy. Nigerians believe that therapy is for people that are mentally derailed. Like, see, therapy helps you boost your productivity. It helps you in your career. It helps you in your spiritual life. It helps you with your fun and recreation. It helps you, like, it's an awesome kind of thing that you need to do. So when you realize that, oh, is this who I got married to? Rather than the another thing we do is we worship our religious leader. Daddy say, my pastor say, my prophet say, my cleric person say, and then we feel like I can listen to my mom, my dad, somebody I respect a lot. Go for therapy. Like, you know, in therapy, you'll be open. You'll be asked questions. So, and one thing I love about therapy is the answer you are looking for is within you. With therapy, you'll be able to identify and figure out that answer. As a therapist myself, I go for therapy every year. I go for, because I know, like, I take in a lot as a wife, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a child, as a sister to a lot of people. So I go in, like, I just try to ease out. I release those toxic emotions, and I breathe in fresh air. So when you realize that your partner is not who you really thought you perceive them to be, then open up communication, and together the two of you can go for marriage coaching, counseling, therapy, and I can guarantee that it works 100%.
Okay, but in situations where those things that you find out are things that you normally would not take, the red flags for you, these are not things that you would not take. Are there any situations where you would recommend divorce, as it were?
You see, like, it's good to set boundaries. This coming generation, I think my generation and the coming generation now, we are aware, like self-awareness is key, and we are big on that. So irrespective of anything, set boundaries. Before marriage, set boundaries. Okay, now we are married. Like on the night of my wedding, my husband and I had a conversation, which we did not even have during courtship. It was like, what is that one thing that when I do, you cannot forgive me? And what do you think I can do to rectify it? So, you know, like, we were already married. We've done the traditional, we've done the court thing. And when we both share that, we're like, okay. Then at that point, we also said no third parties. Whatever we cannot resolve within ourselves, then that is what we break this relationship. So when you set boundaries, you know that, like, okay, this is a no-go area. And depending, if you feel like, okay, I can still tolerate it the first, second time, the third time, instead of you to now become a shadow of yourself, if you feel like divorce is the way forward, then
we'll talk more about this. I wish we had more time. Well, yeah, because it is quite prevalent in our society. We need to know that these things can happen, and how we can prepare for them, and if it has to happen, how to move forward from now. But thank you so much. It was great talking to you this morning.
Thank
we'll see you, of course, across the month. Thank you.
All right.